All right, we back. This is my 2009 Chrysler 300 2.7 V6. Like I said, 2009 Chrysler 300, man. This is just a plain version, nothing special. It's dirty right now. I have to do a couple of, washes and all that, but I got to change the fuel pump, but we'll get into it because this is basically my 10-year review, and I'm going to tell everybody exactly how much money I've spent on repairs and just, I guess, additional maintenance on the car. I'm not going to include oil changes and things like that, but brakes, tires. I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what I've spent on this car, man. The 10 years that I've had it exactly 10 years now. It has 133,000 miles, 133,000 miles, man. So this isn't like a car that was driven to the ground, but it wasn't like a garage queen either, man. But yeah, so we're gonna go, man. 10-year review. I'm gonna tell you guys and break down everything that I've paid and repairs, and it's over $10,000, man. I'll tell you guys that right now, man. It's a hell of a lot more than I thought. I got hit with something huge pretty recently, so that basically took it over the top. But even before that, man, it was way too much money to spend on a car like this. But anyway, man, we'll break it down right now. Let's get into it. All right, so the first thing is brakes. I opened the garage, man, because it was getting a little stuffy in here, man. And I wanted more light, But let's do the easy stuff first, man. I did brakes. I don't know exactly how many times I've switched the brakes, but I know it was at least 4 times. And I usually do all the way around, and it's usually like 50 bucks, give or take. I don't know, man. I get them for pretty cheap. I got a little hookup, and I usually do the brakes myself. If not, then I'll have, somebody that I know do brakes hook them up for me or whatever, because it's a quick job. I've never taken this car to the dealership for any of these repairs. So this is even going to be, cheaper than taking it to the dealer, dealership price. This is just, just pretty much, regular shop prices, nothing crazy. I shopped around as much as I could. It was like maybe one time where I was kind of in a position where I needed to get it done and I couldn't. But for the most part, man, I got the cheapest price that I could in a reasonable amount of time in a reasonable area. I didn't drive crazy far or whatever, it was in my city. But yeah, brakes. I know I've done brakes a couple times. So let's just say $400 on brakes. Those are pretty regular, it's not a big deal, that's not a problem at all. The good thing about this car and the brakes is, since it's it's a slow car, man. Let's just say that it's a slow car. It's a slow car. It's an American car, so I can get the parts, the brakes, things like that pretty easily and pretty inexpensively. So it's not that bad. 400 for brakes or whatever, not a big deal. Like I said, this is just me doing it myself in the garage somewhere or whatever, so I don't really pay for labor. Tires, man. I'm trying to do it in order, so I'm gonna try to give it to you, if you just want to know the sequence of what is gonna happen, so I'm trying to give you the brakes and the tires first because, those are like spread in and all in between or whatever. But once I get to like the major repairs, I'm gonna do those in real order. But I've gotten 4 sets of tires on this car. I got this car when it was like 20,000 miles. I had 20,000 miles on it, so I know I replaced the tires first. And I know I've done it 4 times. I've had rims on this car as soon as I got it, man. So it's always been, these are 22, so it's always been kind of a little expensive to get the tires or whatever. But even with this car, man, this is also a 300. When I'm looking to get tires on this one, I'm looking to get my first set, and it's still kind of the same price. These are 22s, these are 20s, but each set, like all the way around, usually costs me $1,000. And I know I've done that 4 times because I looked at my receipt from, the tire place or whatever. So you can add in $4,000 for tires, man. And that's been over, like I said, the car got 133,000 miles on it, so that's not, it sounds crazy, but you break up tires every, like 25,000 miles, sometimes I might do donuts or something, just be crazy, something like that, man. But, for the most part, it wasn't tracked or anything like that, so that's pretty normal. I'm surprised at that amount, but I'm not surprised because there was never a time where I was like, damn, I keep getting tires on the car. I didn't feel that at any time, but it was it was a hassle, but it wasn't like a problem, So let's go on. Right now, actually, I need to get a new fuel pump, man. Like, I've replaced the fuel pump over there. It's the actual, like the secondary sender unit or whatever, or the secondary unit. I've replaced that. It cost me $250. I did it myself. That was one of the first things that I had to do. but it was later. I think I did it probably at like 70 or 80,000 miles or whatever, but I did it myself and that cost $250. Right now, I have to do the main unit right now, so I imagine it's gonna be like another $250 to $400, but I'm gonna do that myself, so I don't have to, you know, I'm not gonna be charged labor or whatever, but you can add in $250 because I did replace the fuel pump earlier, probably about 50,000 miles ago. Next part, control arms. Man, I had to do that. That was one of the earlier things that I had to do. Right around 100,000 miles. That cost me $1,000. I took that to the shop, but it wasn't like a, you know, a main shop, but it was a shop, and $1,000. I remember I had to do that. Not a big deal. I couldn't do that myself. I don't think so. So that's one of those things, one of those times where I just had to just do it or whatever. I couldn't drive the car. It was stuck. A lot of stuff happened after that as a result of me taking it to that shop, but I didn't pay any money for it. I'm just giving you guys what I actually came out of pocket. The amount of time that the shop kept the car, I'm not adding that in. I'm not adding in the rental car prices. I'm not adding in, you know, anything like crazy like that. This is just the money for the repairs, you know, because I'm over here getting mad, man, just thinking about this, man, reminiscing on all these different things or whatever. But anyway, let's go. Next one, engine. After the control arms, right? I already paid $1,000. Like a month or two later, it was like, all right, man, I think something's going on with the control arms, man. You guys are, you know, there's still something going on. It's just not driving right. A couple of weeks later, bam, engine went out. Bam, constant, you know, you go to the forums and you look it up or whatever. My car is filthy. I already know it's nasty, it's dirty. I got to get it out and wash it, man. But like I said, I want to do the fuel pump. So I was going to try to make a video of me replacing that. So I haven't even moved this car, man. Once I drove it over here, it's just been parked. But I need to clean it, I know. But anyway, I had to replace the engine. Engine, $4,000. Bam, right at 100,000 miles, like a 99,000 miles. I had to replace the engine. Engine, $4,000. I did not take it to the dealership. I think they wanted like $6,500 or something like that. So I took it to a shop. They said it was like 52, but they were like, you know, you get a 3-year warranty and all this other stuff or whatever. I found this other shop, this little, you know, referral shop. They said they can do it for $3,500. Guess where I went? $3,500. Kicker is they kept my car for like 3 goddamn months, right? So I had to have a rental car for that whole time. If you add in the rental car and the $3,500 plus tax and all the other stuff, whatever that I tried to save or whatever by taking it to this shop, it cost me more than if I would have taken it to the dealership. One of the worst. If you're gonna do something, do it right the first time so you don't have to worry about it, right? Cool. I'm just gonna say that. So the engine was $4,000. That hurt, you know? Because like I said, this car was like, it was not even at 100,000 miles when the engine went out. I didn't know, I thought this was crazy. I thought it was a limit, but I started looking at the forums. You got the 2.7 liter engine, yes. V6, yes. You got, you know, all this other stuff or whatever, and it was multiple. I'm talking about a plethora of people with the same exact issues that I was having. So it's just this car, man. The 2.7 is just one of those cars, man. But anyway, $4,000 for the engine, man. I had to do that. I did it. It hurt, but I moved on, got it back, and it felt great. Felt like I had like a bionic car. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I had like at least 50 more horsepower, but I probably didn't. Next thing that went out, man, it was probably like a year or two. I was driving it, no problem. It was sitting up, chilling. I was just having fun with it, driving, you know, switching it up, having fun or whatever. Next thing I know, tranny went out. I was done with this car, right? Once they say the tranny went out, I was ridiculously done. I'm not spending all this money on the tranny and like, who do you know who's replaced the tranny and the engine in the car? Like, who do you know? I don't know. Who, like, somebody who's not like drifting the car, who's not doing crazy mods to the car, somebody who's driving the car regularly, throw some rims on it, some music or whatever, and you straight. Who do you know who's replaced a transmission and an engine in the same car, man? Comment down below if you have. Comment down below if you know anybody who have, man. Because I don't know. I'm the first idiot who's done that on this. Whatever, let's go. $3,200, right? $3,200. I did not take it to the dealership. That was also like a little side shop. I tried to get the best price. I looked around for it. I tried. I trusted this shop. I got a referral. They switched the transmission out, and it's been cool ever since. Outside of the fuel pump, but that's not on them. It cost me like $3,200, man. They did it pretty quick. Did it like a week or two. It made me realize, man, like if you can, I don't know what the labor was because I don't have a receipt, but like these type of cars cost a lot of money, man. There's a lot of money in dealerships. There's a lot of money in car repairs, mods. all that type of stuff. Because as soon as something breaks, as soon as something happens, it's a nice bill, man. But yeah, transmission and engine went out in this car, man. It's crazy. Next thing that I had to switch out. That's it. That was the engine. That was it. $3,200 for that. I know you guys can't see that. My focus is not right at all. But there was another. I forget what I had to spend on this. It was something else for like $1,000. I forget what it was. Yeah, no, that was it. The transmission is the most recent thing that I spent money on this car. That's what basically brought it back to life. I thought it was done. I was ready to just get rid of it, sell it or whatever. But I eventually, man, broke it down and just paid for the transmission to get replaced. And it's been running good ever since, man. So that's pretty much it, man. I know there was another $1,000 in there, man, but I forget exactly what it was for. It was something inside of the, like inside under the hood. I forget exactly what it was, so I'm not even going to include it. But if you add everything up, man, that's almost $13,000 for all the repairs, not even the maintenance. I'm not talking about the 40, the 50, the 80, the 100, 120, 1,000 mile, maintenance or whatever. I'm not talking about oil changes. This is purely just brakes, tires, and shit that broke. So yeah, man, it was almost $13,000, man. It was a very, 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 very unreliable car. It was just one of those things where I liked the car, I liked the feel, I liked the style when I was driving it, but it broke so much where it kind of is, you had that feeling where it's like, man, I don't know if this car gonna start up. I had that every single day, every single drive, every single road bump. I thought it was like some control arm, the tires, the axles or something breaking on this car, man, because I felt like it was constant stuff, on this car. I eventually ended up getting something else, the same damn car for whatever reason, but I looked up the reviews on the engine. It was great. It still has a warranty, so I don't have to worry about all that stuff. I plan to get rid of it once the warranty goes up and maybe get something newer or whatever. But this car, man, I've had it for so long where it came to the point where I almost had to put all the money into it because it was paid off and it was just almost a waste. Like once you replace the engine on a car, like nothing else is too much. Like nothing else is like, damn, I ain't gonna do that because I'm just gonna sell it. Nah, once you replace the engine, you pay for that, you got it back going, you got it back rolling. Everything else, man, seems like whatever, man. Just, I expected this anyway, So anyway, man, that's it, man. That's my 10-year review on my 2009 Chrysler 300 2.7 liter V6. I like the car, man. It took me through a lot of different times or whatever, and I appreciate it, but it was a pain in the neck, man. That's it. But anyway, man, subscribe down below, like, comment, all that stuff, man. I got plenty of videos coming out. I'm at 800 subs right now, man, so the giveaway is going on right now. All you have to do is DM me on Mr. 300 on YouTube. That's my Instagram handle. DM me that you're subscribed, with a screenshot on my YouTube channel, and I'll shoot you guys out one of these little keychains or whatever. But that's pretty much it, man. Anything else, man, comment down below. Let me know. Subscribe, all that. Peace out.